It's too much, entirely too much to ask our government to require IDs to vote, but we can go to the moon. I just want everybody to know.
But we can't land on the moon.
Minorities can't even figure out how to get a driver's license, but white people can go to the moon.
It's a wacky world we live in. You have to go to Todd's World once a week just to cope. Todd, did you know that landing is the hardest part?
Do you think that if America tried to land on the beaches of Normandy again, that they'd be like, we got to do a couple dry runs. Landing is the hardest part. Wait a minute. I thought you did this with like 1 million people. Well, we got to try it all again. We lost all that.
We are going to be sending the first woman and the first person of color to the beach of Normandy.
But we're not going to land. We're going to get them just, where they can stand up to their knees and they're going to come back. And we got to, beaching's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
What?
It's hysterical.
Well, I mean, the technology doesn't exist anymore from 1969. Like back then, they just dialed the number and called.
Did they have a rotary phone?
Everything's different this time.
Did those Apollo ships have rotary phones?
I guess. Welcome, everyone, to the Wildly Opinionated News Hour, Todd's World. I'm Todd. This is Carrie. We're here every week, the exact same spot, Todd's World, to go through the news of the day and see what in the world is going on this week.
I love Todd's World.
How you been, Carrie?
Something wrong with me. How was your
week? Good?
Oh my gosh, it was so busy. It just flew right by. I feel like we were just
down there in Florida?
Yes, very much.
It was not here. Kind of a crappy week.
Low 80s.
Oh, yeah?
It's nice. Yeah.
We got some rain this week. We got an inch of rain one day. We're getting an inch of rain today.
Ooh.
There's this whole line of storms coming all the way up from Dallas, Texas, in a straight line across the United States right to us. And it's just
heading
like
your
pounded.
way.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's rain and not snow. So it means spring has sprung.
April showers.
Woohoo. Right?
I got my bird feeders up for our backyard patio, but I don't have any birds yet because I just put them up this week and then I had to take them down multiple times because it was raining. It was like a deluge, like Noah's flood.
Oh, yeah. That does kind of wreck the seed, but
and the birds don't really. We're mid-April maybe before we start seeing a lot of the migratory birds back.
There are birds year round, and I'm telling you, there's the 2-2-2 rule because the very first time I put
2-2-2.
Mm-hmm. I
bookmark this, guys.
It's like 2, yeah. It's the 2 rule or something like that about bird feeders because the first time I put bird feeders out, I was thinking they would all just flock to it and immediately start entertaining me.
That's what I kept saying to Nikki and Ellie. I'd be like, let's watch all the birds, and there's no birds.
Yep, exactly. But here's the thing. Word just hasn't gotten out yet, and they said, remember this rule. It can take 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Like, you just never know.
Oh, so there's no rule.
There is no rule, but basically...
It could be 3-3-3.
I'm quoting someone else. I didn't make this up, but it's very accurate. You put something out. Now, if I put new food out or whatever, we've established the feeding area.
You're like the little McDonald's of the area.
Yeah, we call our little bird garden the food court.
Yeah. What kind of bird seed do you use?
I put out very regular mix, just like wild bird. It has the little stuff and that the songbirds like, and it has the sunflower seeds. It's a mix. But I also put out mealworms. They're dried mealworms.
Yeah,
the bluebirds love those.
Okay.
And I put out suet cakes that are fruity.
Yeah, I put out a suet
peanut butter stuff. Yeah. That's kind of the basics. And the hummingbird feeders.
Yeah, I don't have the hummingbird feeder up. I'm going to get that. Again,
that's high maintenance, but once you get used to it, it's good.
We've got some bushes that they love anyway, so we see a lot.
Oh yeah, that's better actually. To plant stuff is better for them.
So yeah, that's exciting. Other than we're getting rain today.
For you. Yeah. They'll still come. And
What
they eat wet food. It's okay.
I pulled them in because I didn't want it to get all wet. Well, I mean, we're talking like an inch of rain. We're not talking about a shower.
Got it.
Like
yeah.
it's raining all day long. So
The open
just-
feeders we have, like the open ones, if it rains a lot, like during our rainy season, they will start to sprout.
Oh,
like
really?
Sprout. Yeah, it looks like grass growing out of the bird seed. You know that it's time to dump it when that happens. So
Well, now you guys know how exciting my life is. Watching
Hey,
the birds. Tuppence.
it's very exciting. It's you start singing Mary Poppins.
I'm just worried about feeding birds, and Trump's out there worrying about killing Iranians.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think that. Maybe not. I don't know what the biggest news this week, but this might have been part of it. Let me.
Okay.
I'm gonna play this one first. You might have heard that we. Where am I here? Oh, I gotta watch it again. Can I get it? Can we? Well, is that a little loud?
2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
This happened. Wait. That looks like 1972. I think this was.
President of the United States is in his office now, and
Wait a minute. You can call the president from space.
It inspires us to
in 1968.
Peace and tranquility to Earth for one priceless moment.
And the whole history of man,
all the people on this earth are truly one. One in their pride in what you have done, and one in our prayers that you will return safely to Earth.
There they I tell you what.
One small step for man, one giant leap for
walkie-talkie.
There you go.
It's quite a signal on that walkie-talkie.
We not only are going to the moon again, we got President Nixon back. From the grave. We thought, well, hell, if we can make a robot out of Biden, why can't we make a robot out of Nixon?
Right.
MAGA's dead anyway.
Is he still alive, by the way?
No, he's not
Biden?
alive.
Biden.
Oh, Biden? You asked me that, and I didn't know why you asked me that.
Well, I saw a fake news report on X. Someone saying that he had died, and I was like, holy crap. And then I was like, oh, I think that might have been fake.
I don't remember when that happened.
Yeah. I mean, I think it happened several years ago, but like officially them admitting it is kind of what I was looking for. Anyway. So
that was the first mission to the moon.
1969?
Was it 68 or 69? I can't remember.
68?
So, okay, Artemis 2. NASA theoretically we're going back to the moon, people. I don't know if you knew this.
Yeah.
Like, we can't.
Well, not really.
It's too much, entirely too much to ask our government to require IDs to vote, but we can go to the moon. I just want everybody to know.
But we can't land on the moon.
Minorities can't even figure out how to get a driver's license, but white people can go to the moon.
It's a wacky world we live in. You have to go to Todd's World once a week just to cope.
This was one Carrie found. This was on Artemis 2, and it's on TikTok. So you're just gonna have to live with what we get on TikTok. It doesn't work
BBC
quite as well as X.
describing why we can't land on the moon on this trip.
We can't.
No,
it's too much.
It's too much for us.
Okay. Well, this
in
guy,
2026.
This is an Iranian. You can see behind him. Bomb just went off, so we only get about a minute from him, and then he's gone. This is the new Iranian regime.
Did the Artemis 2 launch from Iran?
I think it landed.
You know, we could just build up a space program there. Okay, let's go.
Astronauts walk out. This does look like the moon. Okay, let's read what it says.
Isn't actually landing on the moon. Here's why. For the first time in more than 50 years, humans are heading back towards the moon. But before NASA actually tries to land them on the moon, they have to make sure that everything works. That means testing the Orion spacecraft, its systems, and how the human body handles deep space. The astronauts will fly around the moon, travel farther from the Earth than humans
My grandpa
have done in
did this.
decades, but will not touch down, because landing is the hardest part. NASA is planning that for a later mission, Artemis 4, when they plan to put astronauts, including the first woman and the first person of color, on the lunar surface. So this mission is about proving it's safe.
Kamala's going to the moon. Thank God.
And that the crew all work as planned. So if this goes well,
We
it
finally
opens the
found a
door
place
to
for
going
Kamala.
back to the moon and eventually building a moon base. The
A
ultimate
moon base, please.
So, Todd, did you know that landing is the hardest part?
Do you think that if America tried to land on the beaches of Normandy again, that they'd be like, we got to do a couple dry runs. Landing is the hardest part. Wait a minute. I thought you did this with like 1 million people. Well, we got to try it all again. We lost all that.
We are going to be sending the first woman and the first person of color to the beach of Normandy.
But we're not going to land. We're going to get them just, where they can stand up to their knees and they're going to come back. And we got to, beaching's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
What?
It's hysterical. I highly recommend everyone go and read the comments on that video because
Oh, I was going to do that. I
fabulous.
forgot to. Sorry, Carrie.
It's okay. It's just funny.
I forgot.
It's just funny.
This is the actual mission. So this one, they're showing us the actual mission, like what we're actually going to do.
Oh, okay. Cool.
See, we're going to go around Earth a couple times.
Okay.
And somewhere in the wide space is the moon. Oh. Damn, we hit the moon. Why is that so loud?
Oh, there you go.
The astronauts have their volume turned up to 11.
Well, they have to so that we can hear them all the way to Earth on the speaker.
That's
on
it,
their
guys.
Speaker,
That's
on their
what we're
cell
doing.
phones.
We're,
Do they have like Starlink with them? Is that how they're going to stay?
I assume that they must. How else would they? Well, I mean, the technology doesn't exist anymore from 1969. Like back then, they just dialed the number and called.
Did they have
But
a rotary phone?
Everything's different this time.
Do those Apollo ships have rotary phones?
I guess. I saw a picture of
This is getting funnier and
phone.
funnier to me.
Like
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if it was rotary or if it had the buttons at that point, but it was like the old phone that Nixon used to talk to.
Was he like on a phone?
Yeah.
On a telephone?
They've got it in the Smithsonian. Hello? Did you make it okay?
So funny. I'm sorry. The
You
more
didn't
I
have to
think
stop
about it,
for
the
gas?
funnier
There's a
it
gas
gets.
crisis looming down here. Lines.
Oh my gosh.
Lord. Anyway, that's exciting.
It is
Oh,
exciting. It's exciting that we are going back
Pushing
to
the
the moon.
boundaries of space again.
But we've got to check that the human body can withstand, this. And I mean, how did they test that in the 60s?
I was reading about the Van Allen belt, which is that belt of radiation that circles the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk about it protects us. It protects us from solar flares, meteorites. There's a lot of things it protects us from in outer space, we're told. And it's a heavy amount of radiation. In order for us to get through it, we have to go really fast on a special course, and then we can slide right through. Yes, I don't know.
And again, like how'd they know that and do that in the 60s?
I color me skeptical on the whole thing. But you know what? Whatever we got to do, we're in Iran now, so if we got to send a rocket up and pretend we're going somewhere, I'm okay with it.
Well, okay, Todd, you and I are skeptical about the first moon landing. Are you skeptical about this one?
Yes.
About the fact that they're even going by the moon, that they're going
I'm
out
skeptical about
direction?
everything, but yes.
Okay.
Everything that I'm told. Even when Trump, you know what, really, I was skeptical, even though I believe Trump, I think he's got things under control in Iran, but then he got up and he gave that speech this week, that address from the White House, and he said something about 2 to 3 weeks, and it's real hard not to hear COVID. It's real hard not to think 2 weeks to slow the spread.
Yeah.
It's real hard not to think, take this jab, it's safe and effective.
2 weeks to control Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Maybe, or at least maybe to accomplish our mission. You know what? Whatever. I don't care as long as we get out of there and the price of oil goes back down to like $60 a barrel, and our economy can boom. That's what I care about. So, whatever has to be done.
So is it Caroline Levitt? Caroline Levitt?
Caroline
Our
Levitt,
press
yep,
secretary.
the White
Okay.
House, yep.
She said that we have eliminated all of Iranian's Navy ships.
That's probably true.
So, I mean, that's one positive thing I heard. Now, you and I talked about Iran's inability to, like their ground-to-air defense is like
Yeah, although
non-existent,
they just
but
shot down a fighter yesterday.
yes, and I wanted to
I know we
ask.
got one guy back. I don't know if we got the other pilot yet.
I
Last I
haven't
had
heard
heard,
anything about the second.
we had the one and they had all night to find the other one.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you can effectively shut down a country and they're still going to have, it's a mountainous country. They get stuff tucked all over. So,
Right. A
and
friend of
it could just
mine
be
that's
a rogue
shooting.
person, they shooting something out. You just never know. I mean, in this kind
Yeah.
of scenario, it's probably a lucky shot, you know?
According
So,
to Fox News yesterday, a girlfriend of mine was telling me that they reported that this, equipment that they used to shoot down the fighter jet was like underground in a tunnel, and they brought it out for this
yeah.
occasion. So
That's what we're dealing with. They knew that everything comes down to the Straits of Hormuz because that is Iran's kind of death grip on
it's like their
the
lifeline.
world. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't affect us because we don't really get that much oil from there.
Right.
Well, we
But
don't
it
get any
affects
oil
everyone
from there.
else.
Yeah, and that of course
Mhm.
raises the overall. And so that's why you see Trump doing what he's doing, trying to kind of. It almost at times might seem like Trump's playing both sides. I still think that's just the deal maker in Trump. I just think he's looking for a deal.
Mhm.
Get the hell out of there because
Yeah.
he knows he's. I heard another guy talking about how the economy is just set to boom right now. We just added like $100,000 more jobs in February than they expected.
Mm.
They keep looking for all this doom and gloom, and they
Mhm.
keep not finding it. So
I don't know if you care about like the market,
sure, tell me
like
about the
the
market,
stock
Carrie.
market, but here's what I'm hearing about the market. Um, I mean, it's fluctuated obviously during this Iran stuff. However, overall, since it recovered from like the drops like during the tariff announcements
Yeah,
last year, it recovered from that. Since then, it's outperforming experts'
predictions.
expectations and predictions like across the board. So
Okay.
it's interesting. So it's kind of just par for the course with Trump, and that is like you never really know because he's not typical. His leadership isn't based on
And
a template we've ever seen before. So I think there's always something uncertain and
nor is
different.
anybody's reactions to Trump typical.
Right, exactly. Like everything connected to him is a little unpredictable. It's new and different. So, but
Listen to this. You
overall, the
remember who
markets are
Billy Bush
responding well.
is?
I remember that name.
Billy Bush was one of the Bushes, but he was on
Okay.
Entertainment Tonight. He was the one that Trump had the exchange with on the bus that came out years later, right before. Remember, it was the October surprise, and Trump was like, "You can grab him by the." That was Trump
Oh,
and Billy Bush going back and forth in that exchange initially.
okay. I thought it was like a reporter guy.
Nope, it was Billy Bush from Entertainment Tonight
Oh, okay.
back in the day. I mean, this is a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? This was the actual
Entertainment
tape
Tonight.
that came up of Trump saying you can grab him by the P word.
Yeah. So
Locker room talk.
stupid.
So anyway,
Disgusting and
that was
stupid.
Billy
Okay.
Bush.
Okay.
But this is Billy Bush. Sean
Okay.
Hannity apparently has this new hangout where he likes to pretend like he's casual. And so
I'm looking at the aesthetic. I'm sorry. I've been looking at you and not looking at this. This is really funny.
well, I'm probably better than Sean, but still. Sean's got a better set than I do
I'm
currently.
looking. I was curious, like what
I'm
he's
working
wearing.
on
He's
it,
still
Hannity.
wearing a button-down shirt. He's got a little cocktail. He's got jeans on and casual shoes. This is really
chill.
cute.
Yeah, this is
very
hangout.
chill.
Well, he's got Billy Bush and Sage Steele. So I got 2 clips of this. One
Okay.
Sage Steele, but this one I think is Billy Bush. And I want you to hear what he has to say, guys, because
Okay.
it's awfully interesting. It's about Trump.
Their determination to find something.
Yeah.
Imagine going around asking that question. Who has something? Who has, like, there's evil in
Trump they're
that.
talking about.
ABC
Even
News
if it's
had a
somebody that we
division.
don't like.
They had a division dedicated with 75 people in it, because I know the guy who ran the division, which was dedicated to basically getting him.
Wow.
And all the big network news did. I understand all of that. Like what you can do with they have a voice, and different networks have different voices.
So they had an entire group. What did he say? It was 2016. Did he say there was like 25 people or something on it?
75 people, and this was at ABC.
75-person division focused on destroying Trump in 2016.
Yep.
Now, you tell me how Trump got, like, I was thinking this week. I was thinking about, I was listening to, of course, Wildly Opinionated News Hour. And then I was listening to Carrie talk about how MAGA has lost some of its cachet, she believes. And I was thinking back
The label.
I was thinking back to 2021, and I thought never in the history of politics has a candidate been left for dead more than Trump was after January 6th. I mean, it was over for Trump. It was over.
Yep.
Even the Republican Party, everybody thought it was over. He's going to jail. He's getting mugshots. He's getting all of this. And we just watch him march right back. So this, to me, I thought, this isn't that bad. This isn't as bad as 21.
Right.
At least he's got the levers of power. I think he can do something about it. So
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that
You know what? I just thought of a comparison. Remember, long ago, before our time, the term feminism came out, and it was probably like a positive label at some point. At some point, someone saying, I'm a feminist, it was a positive label.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, just with events and people twisting it and people abusing the term and that sort of thing, I think someone calls themselves a feminist. I mean, look at what the word turned into.
Yeah.
We call someone a feminazi.
Feminazi.
So I'm like, that's
That's
what
all Rush.
was that him? Is he the one who
Yeah.
coined that term?
Yeah, Rush
Oh my
coined
gosh.
feminazi.
Oh wow. Well, I just feel like that's a good comparison, because while the initial motivation behind the term MAGA, obviously you say it in its true form, make America great again. It's like, yeah, love that. Who wouldn't be behind that? But lots of people aren't. But the
You know
term's
who
been
coined the term
abused.
originally?
Mm-mm.
Ronaldus Magnus. Ronald Reagan
Oh,
coined
said
the
make
term
America
originally.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Make
And-
America great again,
Yep. And Trump took it and used it as his signature.
and ran with it.
I still think it's, I see, to me,
I
it's
think
still,
it's great.
because I don't look at America. I think America's not as great as it was. Now we're on, I think we're turning the ship around to some extent,
Yeah.
to whatever extent you can when you've got
Mhm.
30 million active invaders, but
Yeah.
into
an
your
issue.
country, like an
It's an
active
issue.
invasion. But I think that they're trying. This one, you got to see this picture.
Okay.
Did
no.
you know that they happened to run into Lindsey Graham took a little vacation down to Disney World.
Oh boy.
Wait till you see him.
Lindsey, Disney World? Who's he with?
He went to Disney World alone, believe it or not, because Lindsey Graham
What?
doesn't have a wife or a family. But
He
you
doesn't?
notice the bubble wand? He's enjoying Disney World quite a bit.
Is this for real?
Yep. Lindsey Grahamnesty.
Oh, Matt Walsh. Okay, I saw something Matt Walsh came out with about Disney World, and I'm like, this has got to be why.
No,
Well, our country. What?
that's our senator right there. That's Senator Lindsey Grinder Grahamnesty.
He says.
Trolling
well,
at
our
Disney World with a
country-
bubble wand. What do you reckon he's going to do
Wow.
with that bubble wand later, Carrie? You think he's got big plans?
Oh, God. Dude,
Sorry, that's just a little aside.
that is questionable, Lindsey. It's questionable. I didn't know he doesn't have a family.
No, he hasn't found
Does he not
a
even have
lovely young
friends?
lady
What like,
that want to go hang out and
on the
check
backside
out the
of
children at Disney?
on the backside of middle-aged man goes alone to Disney World. I understand adults
Backside
wanting to
being the
go.
operative term.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh
Wow.
Lord. This is good. This is just random today, guys. We were so focused
love
last
the
couple
random.
weeks, and we were like, I think Iran's still going fine. As far as I can tell, hope we find that other pilot. But you know what? You lose
Yeah, hope
a
so.
war. Still like the most amazingly successful war that we've prosecuted in a long time. So this is interesting.
Okay.
I live in Michigan. Michigan has a lot of Bigfoot sightings, and we've had some recently. So this is the best Bigfoot footage ever caught on a trail cam. This is in Newaygo County, Western
Okay.
Michigan. This is a couple counties north of me.
I was gonna say Newaygo's not that
about
far away.
me. Newaygo County's half hour, 45 minutes up into the woods.
Okay. Trail cam?
Yep, trail cam. So let's see what this guy looks like. See that? Now, how can that not be? That's wandering around in the Michigan woods, and we're pretending like we're going to the moon, like we know what's going on here.
Okay, look at
Your mom's
that.
even closer to that than I am. Just a little. Not by very much.
That's crazy. Okay, why I don't know if I believe this trail cam footage
Now, see, here's another one.
Okay, because why is he
That's
looking
a pretty big
straight
guy.
why is he looking straight at the can?
I don't know. See, to me, I can't tell any difference between that and Michelle Obama. But now there are people who say that they can.
Do you think Michelle is hanging out?
I
Big
think
Mike is hanging out
maybe.
in the Michigan woods? I don't think so.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
no, speaking of Big Mike, she
She cares a
on.
lot about the daily makeup regimens and such. I don't think that that's her.
She
her
actually
jam.
had some intelligent things to say, which I know is shocking. But
Okay.
she was on with
Well, I
maybe
don't think
Jamie
she's
Lee.
dumb.
Jamie Lee Curtis maybe has something. I don't know
Does
if she has
Jamie
a
Lee
podcast.
Curtis have a show?
But Jamie Lee Curtis is like half-ass interviewing Big Mike. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So I don't know what's going on. Let's see what's going on.
Are you
guys.
sharing a clip?
Yeah, we got a clip here.
Okay, cool. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Are you a fan?
Whoa.
Are you a fan of hers?
Sorry. Am I a fan of
okay.
who?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Why did that just happen? Sorry, guys. I got to fix this.
What's going on? Showing off your insurrection shirt.
Jeez.
This is the perfect time for a plug for insurrection.
That's my problem is I'm trying to get it to there we go. Okay. Yeah. I am showing off my insurrection shirt. This is an old one. It doesn't say Todd's World on it. New ones do.
Oh,
Don't worry,
did
guys.
I tell you
they're
I was
better.
wearing the hat last week? Oh,
The what?
the hat.
The
I was
hat?
wearing my insurrection hat last week.
Yeah, you can't get those anymore. My hat supplier was not reliable. So
got an original OG snapback that you gave me.
Yeah, you're gonna get some of the only ones. I decided to give up on hats. But we got lots of sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies.
Nice.
And the most important thing is the books, guys. The books. Insurrection, Witness, Leaves the Blue Away, 9 Mile Point. Great books. Go to toddsworld.net. Everything's there. Links to the podcast, the books. They'll take you right there. I'd go with audiobooks. They're not available. They're available for Witness and both insurrection books. Audiobooks are not yet available for Leaves the Blue Away or for 9 Mile Point. My guess would be Leaves the Blue Away would be first because it's like half as long, and then 9 Mile Point. But anyway, this is Michelle. The love of Barack Obama's life, we're given to believe.
Well, they did start out as besties. So
how long before we see Barack Obama at Disney World with a bubble wand with Grinder Grandesty? I wonder. But anyway, Michelle, Big Mike, Big Michelle, she goes by a lot of names, but she has some words of wisdom here that I think are pretty good. She's
Okay.
talking to Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, okay.
Remember
Thank you for
Jamie Lee
reminding
Curtis,
me.
who used to be hot, like in the 80s.
Oh,
It's been a
yeah.
while, but she was hot, believe it or not.
She was super hot. She's
She
cool
had a
lady.
famous mom too, right?
I
What
loved
was her
her.
mom?
Did she?
Didn't she have famous parents?
Wait,
Like
was
real
she
famous
related to
actors.
Tony? She related to Tony Curtis?
I don't remember. That's why I asked
Maybe.
you, Carrie. You'll have to look it up while we listen to Big
I'll
Mike.
look it up while
we are talking about something much more altruistic. The dopamine hit that comes with engaging with other people. So I want her to think beyond stuff. Even
For some reason, Jamie Lee Curtis has turned into a 60-year-old man. I don't know why.
Go to
I
school,
love
get your
her
degree
look.
if you
I
can
think it
afford
looks
it. Have a good career. Be able to support yourself. But I know too many people who have all of that and more. The billionaires in the world, the millionaires, the people who are famous, the people who have it all, the people that you look at and think, well, I want their purpose.
She knows.
And
them.
what they're doing isn't making them happy or whole. It's not giving them self-esteem. In fact, it's doing the opposite. So I want Madeline to think about working outside of herself.
Who's Madeline? Is that one of her kids?
I'm guessing.
I don't have the slightest idea what the Obama kids are named. I don't even believe they are the Obama kids. I think they're plants. They're probably robots.
Oh, I think they're real people. I just
you
don't
do?
think
Okay.
that she birthed them. That's all.
Maybe that's what she was doing in the woods of Newaygo County, Michigan. The mating call of Big Mike.
So many wonderful things have happened to all of us in the world, so many tangible things. But knowing that you can impact people's lives in that way, like that's purpose. And that's a purpose that sustained you through ugly stuff and name calling and lies.
Is she talking about baby's blood?
It fills you up fully.
I'm not sure.
And I want young people to understand
that's it.
Right. Like you don't, like money doesn't buy that impact, titles.
The blood and the
don't
jerky
give it to you.
have
It's
more
how
impact.
you show up in the world.
You can't get
That
pizza
matters.
with just months.
And
The only thing people are going to remember at the end.
that's right. And that's the shiny thing.
I feel like if Jamie Lee Curtis is drinking baby's blood, she should be looking a little better, is what I think.
I think the Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay, Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't know about her politically or anything, but she's amazing. Okay, her parents were Janet Leigh, who sounds familiar, but I don't know her.
She was
and Tony
famous.
Curtis.
She was Janet Leigh
Tony
was the
Curtis.
chick in Psycho, in the Psycho shower scene. That was Janet Leigh.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you're correct. Look at you.
And what was her?
That's
Who was her dad?
Tony Curtis,
Okay,
famous
yeah.
actor.
Janet Leigh. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, the Psycho shower
Janet
scene. I don't know what else she was in. I
Wow.
knew she was in the Psycho shower scene, and
Yeah,
maybe she was more
it's a
famous.
really
than that,
big
but,
deal. That's like
um,
super. That's just like old classic black and white. That's like way before our time.
Yeah.
Look at you.
So
anyway, I only heard part of that, but she's talking about like online. She's talking
well,
about
she's talking about
online
how
interactions.
going after wealth and fame, it gives you some dopamine hits, but that's not where real fulfillment comes from. Real fulfillment doesn't come until you're running naked through the woods of Newaygo County, Michigan.
Real fulfillment doesn't
on
come
trail cams. Like
till you
Michelle,
have
2028.
how many homes around the world and have bodyguards and servants and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know that my wife, Nikki, the one thing in the world she hates is when I start talking about Michelle Obama. So it's my favorite thing to do
Sorry,
and have
Nikki.
clips of and bring them up for her, and then she'll get mad.
Oh, gotcha.
That's Todd's
Well-
World 24/7, guys. That's what you get.
I actually like that we don't hear from her that often anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she's talking about like
World's a better
ordinary
place.
stuff. Yeah, definitely.
She's out there
Sorry,
peeking
Nikki.
through tree branches.
No, I'm telling you, she's not a roughing it kind of kind of
She's
gal.
not glamping in Newaygo County,
No,
Michigan.
absolutely not. So do you think that trail cam's
don't know.
authentic?
Probably not. Who knows? I don't know about the Bigfoot thing. That's to
Yeah.
me, I put more stock in the Bigfoot footage than I do in the idea that we're going to the moon. I can tell you that.
Oh,
But
that'd be a
whatever
great
people
poll.
want to believe, whatever they need to
hey.
be inspired.
Can we do a poll? Can we make an official poll? People,
Yeah, what's the
please.
poll?
We would like to know, which do you think is more likely? The existence of a
A
Bigfoot.
moon.
Do you think that's more likely, or more likely that we have actually been
We'll
to,
do that.
landed on?
I can do that because I can do some, especially on YouTube, and there's some things I can do
Yeah,
like
let's do a poll.
polls.
Taking
We'll
a
do a little
poll.
poll. We'll put it on YouTube for sure.
And we could share our
Maybe I can do a
results
poll on
next
X
week.
too. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
can we then share the results next week?
Maybe,
Everybody weigh
yeah.
in.
Assuming I know how to put the poll up. Now finding the results, that's a whole nother thing. Maybe I can figure that out.
I'll help you figure it out. That will be fun.
Okay.
I love doing polls.
You know what else happened this week? This probably could end up being the most important thing that actually happened this week.
Okay.
Was that the Supreme Court heard oral arguments on birthright citizenship. Did you hear about that?
No.
Do you know what birthright citizenship is?
Yes, sorry. I was trying to remember. I heard that the Supreme Court came down with something else, but anyway, birthright citizenship.
They're hearing the arguments. They probably won't be till June.
Yeah.
My guess is they'll come out with their decision.
Mm-hmm.
And from the way they sounded like they were fans of birthright citizenship.
They are not, or they are?
They are. Well, they
Oh.
think it's constitutional. I mean, they made a few quips. John Roberts made a quip like, well, it doesn't matter to us whether it destroys the country. It's a question of whether it's in the Constitution. This is the kind of lunacy that we have at all levels of our government. Like, we don't look at things and think, could this destroy us? We think, well, what's the text say? What did they mean? Well, they didn't know anything about Chinese billionaires sending 100,000 Chinese people over here to stay in hotels for 3 months, have babies, go back to China and be American citizens. And then we educate the communist little Chinese in China. Then we send them back when they're 18 as American communist citizens.
Yeah.
I reckon Ben Franklin didn't see that one coming.
I'm sure not.
So
I'm sure
that's the
not.
big problem.
I understand. I think we should pause and just say we understand the importance of going to the Constitution, referring to it, and trying to authentically understand what they're saying, what the intentions are, and all that. But to say what he did he literally say that, what you just said?
Something in the realm.
Are you paraphrasing?
I was paraphrasing because
Okay.
you know how they are.
But that's like the reaction.
That's the essential.
Yeah, that's a concern.
Sorry.
I think we can do both. I think we can be concerned. I think we can hold true to our Constitution, and I think we can also protect the country. I don't think you have to pick one of those.
Well, at times, I mean, the Constitution has provisions where it can be amended, and if that's where we're at, then that's where we're at. Because it appears that no one in either the legislative or the judicial branch has any interest in actually saving the country. I mean, I think they're lost a little bit. I don't know if they know what it means, to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
Have you ever met people that are they're so deeply involved in the minutia of something that they've completely lost the point of said something? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, completely.
Well, I think that's where, at least at times, the Supreme Court, where our courts in general come down, where our juries have come down, where our legislators come down, you know, they're all about getting the grift, and they're all about getting the pork, and they're all about making things work, but they don't care so much about actually governing. I'm not even sure they really know what governing is. I think Trump does. I think his administration does, but I'm not sure about most of Congress and most of the courts. I'm just not. Now this is they're talking about the birthright citizenship. This is on Fox News. I don't know what this is. You watch more Fox News than I do. Fox and Friends in the morning.
I haven't much at all, but I
That
know
looks
these
like
people.
Kayleigh McEnany.
Yeah.
This looks like
That's
freak
Brian
show
Kilmeade. Yeah.
And then I don't remember the black guy,
And
but I've
that's
seen him.
is that Lawrence?
I don't know.
It might be Lawrence.
It's our token
Anyway.
Fox News black guy.
He's great.
Just kidding. I don't know.
These three are
I don't
great.
watch Fox News. I don't watch
Okay.
any cable news
Okay.
other than I see clips. So I knew Fox and Friends was out there.
Okay.
Let's hear what they have to say.
I don't know anyone who believes that the framers would have embraced what we have today. We have become the world's ship of fools. I mean, you have China that is virtually mocking us. They have hundreds of these companies that solely arrange for Chinese citizens to give birth in the United States. It's done in the open, and it's making us into a laughingstock, but it also has robbed us of control over what it means to be a citizen in this country. The day is not over for the government. It's still possible that they could win, but this was not a promising oral argument in that sense. So we have to look at where we go from here. And many of us believe we need to deal with this problem, and that may require a constitutional amendment. I don't know.
So that was Jonathan Turley. I guess Fox News didn't have much to do with it. But
well said.
I mean, the question is, what do we gain? See, what happens is people look at if two French citizens,
Mm-hmm.
the 14th Amendment says something along the lines of anyone born on the soil of the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. That's a real important line in the 14th Amendment. So if you had two French citizens who come to the United States, chick's pregnant, and they have their baby here in the U.S. while they're on vacation, that baby is not an American citizen.
Okay.
It's a French citizen. Those two French citizens aren't subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. They're still French citizens. They're still subject to the jurisdiction of France. And so you don't get dual citizenship just because they're born here, unless you happen to be an illegal alien who's claiming domicile here.
I was going to say, because they're not living here. I mean, you're still subject to our laws.
Well, you can't if you're here, right.
Right. But what you're saying is if they're just vacationing or they know that they're here temporarily, but but then if it's two French citizens who are here and they've decided to, set up their home here and then they have a child, it's different.
Maybe. Well, it is right now.
Right now.
Right now.
It's
the way
treated.
that it is.
Not asking if you agree with it. I'm just saying, how is it viewed now? Okay.
The almost no country in the world has birthright citizenship exercised the way that we do, except Pakistan, and there's one more. I know it's a weird one.
That's weird.
Almost most countries have their birthright citizenship is based on right of blood, which means you have to have parents that are citizens, basically.
Okay.
Now,
or at least one or something.
And that's almost every European country. Almost. Now, they've still let in untold numbers of Muslims and given away their country. So that isn't still a guarantee.
Sure.
That, in fact, it flies right in the face.
Because they don't care if they're citizens or not.
But their laws do. You know what I mean? They just ignored them, essentially, is what's happened. So what could Trump do? Well, Trump could ignore the Supreme Court. Now, I've been lobbying for Trump to start ignoring the courts for a while, and he hasn't yet. So I don't know if he will. And maybe he looks at that and says that the downsides are bigger than what would be gained. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm open to reasonable conversations on that. But we can't keep doing what we're doing. We're going to lose our country. I mean, so we got to do something.
I was just curious who has birthright citizenship in the world. It says there are, this is Google's AI overview, says that there are like 30 of them, major countries who include the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, and Chile in South America.
Okay. There you go.
So,
But I
30,
think
I don't know how
I
many
think it
countries there
means something
are.
a little different, though. I think that birthright, so like if you look up Brazilian birthright citizenship, I think it functions
Okay, gotcha.
differently. I would have to dig into that a little bit more, but I'm
Sure.
pretty sure that it. I'm looking it up right now just to see, because
Okay.
Brazil birthright citizenship. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't have time to look it up right now, guys. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah, I
Did you
was
hear that
just
Pam
curious.
Bondi's gone?
I heard that.
Yeah, they got rid of Pam Bondi. He,
What
but
do you
supposedly
Yeah.
there's no bad blood between Pam Bondi and Trump, and he's going to be making room for her in some other area of the administration, is what he said. Or
Okay.
maybe it wasn't in the administration. Maybe it was like she was going to be involved in MAGA somehow. Maybe it was on the private side. You know what I mean? I don't
Maybe
remember
she's
what
going
it
to
was.
drive the beer cart on his golf
Yes,
course.
I think that probably would be a good place for Pam Bondi.
Do you think that she was being disobedient? Like, was she not doing what Trump wanted her to do? Or like, what do you think is behind that?
I am going to withhold judgment on all of Trump's attorneys general until after he's done, and see if he ever
Okay.
gets one that does anything worth a shit. Because so
Okay.
far we haven't
Yeah.
seen that the most
I
important
know.
cabinet member we have, he hasn't been able to get one. So I don't know.
It's like they go into their office every day, the door shuts, and then there are people there with like knives to their throats saying, "Don't do anything."
That's what it seems like. I
Right.
don't.
So I think we don't know what's happening behind closed
I
doors.
cannot figure out what is going on and why we
Okay.
can't get, unless it's just, unless the deep state is just that deep. And so it doesn't matter who
Yeah.
we put in as attorney general, that the DOJ is so, it's just compromised at this point, and therefore
So awful.
it doesn't matter.
My guess is, I hope they're on good terms, and my guess is she is relieved AF to be out of there.
Yeah. Well, it could be. She lasted about a year.
Yeah.
There were people, I guess, the rumors are that there were people in the administration that wanted Pam Bondi moved to Director of National Intelligence to replace Tulsi Gabbard. And the rumors are that Trump shot that down and said, "I like Tulsi. I want her in the administration right where she is." There's some distance between Tulsi and Trump. Trump even made that comment. Like, Tulsi wasn't as ready to go to Iran as Trump was. But I mean,
Right.
she deferred to Trump. He's the president,
Right.
She gave him her opinion, and he said that. He said, "I don't think she was quite as ready to, but I was." But I love Tulsi.
I do too. Did you start this by saying that there was speculation that Pam Bondi was going to replace her?
There's rumors that that's what some in the administration wanted. Yes.
I don't feel like she's qualified for that position at all.
Well, clearly not. I don't feel right now that she's qualified for much more than the golf cart girl.
Right. I mean, I feel like it
the
would be
beverage
good.
cart driver.
I feel like it'd be a nice little downshift for her career, and just go enjoy yourself, and
She can hand
But
people beer
Tulsi,
whilst
but I hope Tulsi is
be
okay.
like,
I
"The
hope
binders
she's
are on my desk." I just
the
want
binders
a
are
bud.
yeah.
Right now, Pam. Keep the binders.
I hope Tulsi's safe. I hope she's safe in her position, and
So far, she's done really well.
well, I heard
So
someone speculate that she was on her way out. Oh, Alex Jones. Is that his
yeah,
name?
I heard that too. That's
Alex
why I'm
Jones
saying
said that, and I was like, I'm sorry. If Tulsi falls by the wayside at some point, like if Trump lets her go, relieves her of her duties, I think that, unfortunately, I'm not saying she's the one holding it up, but that will be a sign that his whole administration is just going to be completely ineffective.
You think so?
Yeah.
Could be.
Because I think she's such a solid, strong leg of it. Now, it could be that we just love her.
I love Tulsi, so you're not going to
She's
get
like,
disagreement out of me.
you're right. What do you think? I mean, I feel like that
When
would
I
just
saw
be.
those reports, I thought, I hope that's not true. It doesn't, and it didn't
I
end up
hope
being
so
true.
too. Okay.
I always kind of, well, let's wait and see, because
Okay.
so many people
Alex
make up so
Jones
many
loves
things
to.
about Trump that
Yeah, and he loves to just spout shocking things too.
he
So
does, and
he
he has
likes
not
to
been very
disrupt.
reliable of late.
Yeah.
He's like a Tucker, or there's just been a lot of them that they've this Iran war, this Israel stuff. it's like jumbled their heads. It's jumbled
Yeah,
their
it's like
brains a little.
yeah, it's
And
like he like
otherwise,
shaking
people
a
that were
snow globe a little bit, and it's like, what do you? Yeah, I
they
don't know.
seemed like they were reliable at one time, but they haven't been lately,
Mhm.
and so I don't know
Yeah.
why. This is
Anyone who
crazy.
disagrees with us is they're stupid heads.
Yes.
What you
This,
got?
this is
Oh
in
my gosh!
this is in Muskegon Heights,
What?
and this is by
This is in Muskegon.
yes. So this is right down the road from me, guys. But it was national news. I saw it on national news,
Wait,
and
she
it was
in the
everywhere
car?
on X. So this
Oh
chick
my
gets
gosh,
arrested by the cops, and
she's
then
in
tells
the
them she
car.
needs a little bit of air. And so
Okay.
while they're searching her vehicle, they roll the window down for her to get a little bit of air. Watch this chick.
Listen, look.
She's I think they let the window down a little further than maybe they intended.
Don't tell them nothing. Don't say shit.
I love the guy taking the video.
Oh my fucking God, this is wild.
He's just watching it happen.
This is what
Like
we
on
do at
Seinfeld.
Muskegon. She gets
They
out.
don't even see. They're gonna kill her.
They're gonna kill her.
Look.
Dude, you don't understand. She's
look.
white. We don't
see
kill
it
white
live.
people.
This is
I
live.
was gonna say, do they make us?
Oh my fucking God.
She just took off. Watch
Wouldn't
the
you
cops.
tell the cops? Wouldn't you be
they're-
like, bruh?
They didn't see this, bro.
They didn't see this, bro.
Wouldn't you tell them?
Look at this guy. This is so great. He's
my-
like, wait, she's gone. Holy shit. I want to tell you, it took him like 2 days to find that chick.
Are you
She was-
serious?
She was hiding
She's-
out in an
She's got her
abandoned
hands.
house or something, someplace.
She's
I
got her
can't
hands
remember.
handcuffed behind her back, and she's like off running into the woods. Maybe that's her on the trail cam.
See? That'd be a long way
She-
to run from Nuevo, from Muskegon with
done.
handcuffs on.
Hey, she's probably on something, man. She could run nonstop and put on a what's it called, a ghillie suit.
She- Sniper. You know, I don't know how unusual that is. Like our old buddy Will, my good friend who's a state trooper forever. He's retired now, but he talked about being over here, and he was with another state trooper chick. I think it was younger, and some guy takes off running who was handcuffed, and
Yeah.
Will was like, she's like, we better go chase him. Will's like, I'm not chasing him. Just let him run for a while. We'll see where he goes.
No need to kill myself. Like,
It's like, I
No
don't know
need
what
to
you what I look like
exert,
to you, but I don't
overexert.
look like somebody who's about to go chase that guy.
That's
Look at this.
hilarious.
I forgot to play this I forgot to show this back to back. As soon as that stuff with Lindsey Graham came out with the bubble one with Grinder
Oh, yeah.
Gramnesty down at
Is there
Disney,
more?
look at his post. He put this post out that day. Spent some time breaking clays in Edgefield County today. Doesn't get much better than that.
His
Oh,
previous
God, after he gets caught with a bubble
got
wand at
myself a
Disney.
new Cinderella bubble wand. Doesn't get much
Look
better
at
than
him.
that.
You can't get any more manly than Lindsey.
That is so funny. You know what? Hey, let's give him a little credit, Todd. At least the man looks like he knows what he's doing with that gun. Remember when Tim Walz
Yeah.
was trying to be all manly with the hunting and like didn't even know how to load it? It was
that Tim Balls or was it? Yeah, you're right. It was. I get because the
was-
Democrats. That's so typical for them to go out, put on some hunting gear, and have no idea which way the gun's even supposed to face.
Yeah,
So,
it was
yeah,
Tim
no,
Walz
that's-
because he's like, oh yeah, talked about growing up hunting and oh my gosh, that's really funny.
Oh, this was kind
So-
of wild. How long is this? Is this a?
So
is this a
Todd,
video?
does that mean that Lindsey is a top?
I'm quite certain it means he's not. I'm quite certain anybody on Grindr seeing that is like, no, I think we know the bubble wand was a better representation.
Oh my gosh,
Let's see.
terrible.
here.
Sorry, that's crude, but I couldn't resist.
I don't think that he is at all. This is interesting. It's again random stuff. We're in random stuff today because not that much has
I like it.
happened in the war. I still trust Trump this guy is going to tell us about a Swedish study that followed 30,000 women for over 20 years and found that those who actively sought sun exposure had dramatically lower death rates from cancer, heart disease, and all causes. Let's hear what he has to say.
Swedish study is groundbreaking. This was a study where they asked 20 to 30,000 Swedish women about their habits in sunlight.
Beautiful.
And they divided these women into 3 categories. Those women that did not get a lot of sun, those that got a moderate amount of sun, and those that got a lot of sun. And they followed them for 20 years. And they kept a track of each one that died and what they died of. And when they were done with that, they were astonished, because what they found was that the women who had spent the large amount of their time outside, or spent the most amount of time outside, had the least amount of mortality from cancer, from cardiovascular disease, and non-cardiovascular disease. And those that spent the least amount of time outside had the highest levels of that. The magnitude difference between those two was so much that they were able to show that women who, in Sweden, who spent the most amount of time outside and smoked had the same mortality as those women that did not spend as much time outside and did not smoke.
Wow.
What do you think, Carrie?
That's really interesting.
Is
I'm
it
glad you
possible
mentioned
they're
the
lying
smoking.
to us?
I mean,
I'm
do
just
think,
starting to think.
I
Wait
mean,
a
I think,
minute.
listen, melanoma is a real issue. It's a concern. But I
do they
think,
have the causes right? See, that's the question. The question isn't clearly people can get skin cancer and they die of skin cancer. What I've seen is that they think that sunscreen might actually be causing skin cancer when they look at the numbers.
oh, see, yeah, that concerns me. I wish the studies included sunscreen. I wish, like, the
I mean,
details.
I've seen studies that say
Mhm.
that with the rising use of sunscreen, like vitamin D appears to be really important
Yeah.
for humans.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't seem to make it up in a pill, perhaps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What we can get from the sun. I don't know. I'm not a sunscreen user. I should just say I don't,
You
by
aren't?
and
Like,
large, ever use sunscreen.
what about on your head? What if you're, like, for instance,
If I
going out
went
fishing
boating
on the boat? Yep.
and I might put some on my head, as you guys can
Yeah.
see, it's very chromodomious. It's just like the picture from Artemis 2.
Chromodomious. I love that. If you had, like, one of those, like, scientific, your species had a name, it would be that chromodomious. I love that.
But I don't very much. I almost never do. I mean,
Mhm.
the amount of times in the summer, I don't know if I put sunscreen on once or twice in the summer. Like, I'll tend to
Mhm.
put a hat on or a shirt on if I'm on the boat and I feel like I'm
Right.
getting a lot of sun.
Mhm.
So that's kind of what I
Yeah, so you
tend to
kind of do more of, like, a blocking. Yeah,
I don't trust sunscreen.
I've thought about it. I mean, I live in
Bastards are lying to us about
Florida.
everything. See my
Well,
shirt? Insurrection.
well, and I don't know if they know. I don't know if they know.
You don't think
I don't think
you-
they're. I don't think Coppertone is out there making sunscreen trying to give people cancer. Now, if we find out that Coppertone or whatever, nothing gets Coppertone. It's just the first brand that came to mind. Your power of advertising. If these sunscreen companies, we find out they're owned by, Lilly, pharmaceuticals,
Then
well,
you'll begin
then,
to wonder.
then you wonder. But I'm just saying, like, living in Florida, you've got to find a balance you're comfortable with. If I go work in the yard, I don't sunscreen. I like wear a hat. I'm getting the sun. I got burned a couple weeks ago when I was out there. I had a hat on, and so I didn't
Do you
think
burn
about my back.
quasi easily or no? Are you
I
somewhat?
mean,
Are you pretty normal?
I'm pretty normal. If I go out
Okay.
for, like, if I went out with a tank top on and a big hat, and I thought, oh, I'm fine. Didn't
Yeah.
really even think about it. Worked outside for 4 hours. Yeah, my back got a little pink.
Yeah.
I didn't peel. It wasn't neon red or anything like
It's
that.
not like you couldn't put a shirt on. I had
Yeah.
a sunburn so
Oh,
bad
yeah.
once. I couldn't put a shirt or shoes on. I was like,
Ouch.
wow.
I mean, was that when you were younger?
Yeah, I went to Florida and thought I was cool and went without sunscreen in the Florida sun after being in the Michigan winter. and it didn't go away.
Yeah. That's
I
different
was
too. The sun
burned so
here
bad.
is, oof, that hurts. But I sunscreen now if I'm going to like lie out by the pool. But if
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, but if I'm gonna go take a walk, I don't. You know what
Okay.
I mean? But I
Yeah.
know people who cover in sunscreen every time they go outside. They're like kind of afraid of the
They're afraid
effects
of
of
the
the sun.
sun. That's
That
probably
that to me makes me nervous. It's like I feel like you have to balance, kind of like moderation, I guess.
yeah, no, I agree.
Mm.
So one other thing that's been going on is March Madness has
Mhm.
been going on. Now, I paid a lot of attention because well, Michigan State was in it for a while. They lost in the Sweet 16. Michigan is still going. The
Final
Michigan
four.
Wolverines, yeah, the Final Four is tonight. We record on Saturday, so Final Four is tonight, and then the championship game is Monday.
Oh, so
Charles,
this will all be over when this airs.
yeah, you have a
Sorry,
so
go
the
ahead.
Final Four is Michigan, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan and
So
Arizona play tonight, and then UConn and
UConn,
Illinois play tonight.
Illinois. Okay.
So, Carrie, this is getting by the time this airs, it'll be Tuesday morning, and the championship game will have happened. Who
Okay.
do you have a prediction for a winner?
I want
So
to
I
be
have not
very.
been following it, but hold on. Wait, is the Illinois UConn game is tonight as well? Is it
That's
the earlier
early,
game?
yeah.
Got it. It's like
Imagine if
afternoon or
things had
something.
been switched.
I know. You can
I've got heap big
Dad,
problems, guys.
he's got a
Besides the
heat big
fact that
conflict
my
tonight.
daughter's turning into a Catholic, which that's a big enough problem. Then she's doing it on the night of the Final Four.
It's a
At
beautiful
the exact
thing.
time of the Michigan-Arizona game, and I'm
This
supposed
is
to go watch her eat Jesus for the first time. And I'm like, what is going on?
this is a beautiful thing, but it's happening on the Saturday night vigil before Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. I hope by the
Even
time this airs, everyone will be it'll be post Easter, but hope
yeah,
everyone
by
had
the
a
way,
happy
guys, we
Easter.
do Beers with Jesus on Wednesday, so they'll drop tomorrow. And that we're doing kind of an Easter one. I know it's going to be the day after, but for us, we're recording on Easter. It'll
Yeah.
make sense. So we're putting off we're going to begin Genesis. We're just getting done with the book of Acts. We walked through
Yeah.
the stories of the Bible. All we're going to do this
Got it.
week is we're going to talk about the story of Jesus, the Jesus and the resurrection, because it's Easter.
Cool.
So, and Paul talked about that story
So
every place he went. So I figure we should be able to get it down, right? Anyway, March Madness.
okay.
Who do you got?
So I was gonna say I'm rooting for Michigan 100%.
Rooting for Michigan. You think they're going to win?
I feel like
you putting your
UConn.
$4,000 on them?
I mean, sure. I'll put money down on Michigan, but I know all I know about these four teams is that, Michigan is awesome,
Yep.
in every way, and they should win. But UConn is iconic in basketball, and didn't they win last year?
I can't remember if they won last year, but they've won multiple national
Yeah.
titles in the last few years.
Like their basketball
They're
legacy
winners. That's
they
the
are.
thing.
So
And whether they don't have as much size or talent as the other teams.
okay.
Truthfully, UConn should lose to Illinois tonight. I don't know if they will, but they should.
Okay. So I was going to say, what would be cool is if UConn wins tonight, Michigan wins tonight, and then Michigan beats them Monday. Let's say that would be my ideal
It'd be
scenario.
better. It would seem better than an all Big Ten championship like Michigan and Illinois, who've already played 3
Okay.
times this year. But
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair.
I,
What do you
I,
think?
I'm
What
going
do
to
you
pick.
think's going down?
I think the winner of Arizona and Michigan is going to win
Yeah.
the national championship. And I
You
am
think
going
Arizona?
to pick. I'm going to pick Michigan. I
Oh,
think
okay.
Michigan.
Woo.
Arizona's really good.
Okay.
Michigan may be the only team in the country that can body up and match Arizona in both size and talent. And I'm going to give it. So based on that, if they're half-assed kind of equal, I'm going to give it to the Big Ten and go with Michigan.
And you then think Michigan can win the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Michigan will beat either Illinois or UConn, whichever one happens to make it through there. I think you're
So-
probably right about UConn. That UConn's got the intangibles, so I expect UConn will probably make it through. But I don't think UConn. I think will run into the same thing that Michigan State and a bunch of other teams ran into with Michigan this year, which is there's just a lot of size and talent on that Michigan team. Like they're in the top 2 or 3 echelon of teams this year.
Okay.
Arizona's up there too. So I mean, it could easily be Arizona beats Michigan and Arizona goes on to win. I just think those 2 teams are like cream of the crop. Duke might have been there. Duke was a little banged up, and they lost on that last second shot to UConn.
I love that Duke is out. I always love it when Duke falls out. But,
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
I have a question for you though.
Mhm.
Between Michigan and Arizona, because you said that that's really going to be the tough matchup.
I think so.
Do you think that Michigan has the skill in their coaching to manage the momentum and the clock? Because it just
Yeah,
always
I
comes
think so.
down to the managing of the
Poor people who grew up in
momentum and the clock.
Michigan will never ever get over Chris Webber calling that timeout in the Final Four game.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It was 92 or 93. I can't remember which one. And I
Okay.
think they were playing. I can't remember if they lost to Duke or North Carolina. I think it was Duke.
Okay.
And Chris Webber called a
Oh, wait.
timeout at the very end of the game that they didn't have a timeout, and then it ended up being a turnover, and they lost the game. So that
Got
has
it.
gone. That day has lived in infamy. But no, I think Dusty May is fine. He's a good coach, and they'll be fine.
I would not be surprised if that was 92 and against Duke, because I remember watching Michigan against Duke with the girls in the Pi-Fi house.
Probably was, yeah. It could have
Yeah,
been
and
91, 92. I think that was Fab 5 years. I
yeah,
can't remember.
one of those 2 years. And then and we were trash talk, like there were friends who were Duke fans, and they were all watching it together, and we were calling each other on like the Nixon phone, calling and
The
trash
Nixon
talking and
phone.
singing. We were singing the Michigan fight song and stuff like that. Like, it was so funny. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's when that happened.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this clip is
Yeah.
Charles Barkley. So this is during
Oh,
March
okay.
Madness.
My gosh,
You
look how
generally are
tall
going
he
to
is.
have Clark Kellogg is over here. Bruce Pearl is the old. He was the Auburn coach, and he was coached at a
Okay.
couple different places. That is Kenny the Jet Smith, old North
Okay.
Carolina, and then this is Charles Barkley. I can't remember who this guy is. He's not quite as important, like that guy on Fox News. No. But Charles Barkley is not going to talk about basketball here. He's going to go the hell off on Trump about immigration.
Oh,
So
no. Are
that's
you
why,
serious?
yeah, that's why I thought it'd be
Why?
worth listening to today. Let's hear what
The basketball talk is over.
what Sir Charles. I do have a funny clip of Charles. Maybe we'll do it after this. I have a hilarious clip of Charles.
Okay.
And so this one isn't it. This is him being kind of a moron. But we got to, we got to go where it takes us.
Let's hear it.
That's a great.
I want to know who these amazing immigrants are he's talking about, but I'm going to try to
Yeah,
let
I
Sir
want to
Charles
know.
finish.
Yeah, who's he talking about?
Different story.
Well, now we know Token's lib anyway. Whoever left Token black was. How could you be a Token black when
Wow.
the whole panel is black?
Just about. I think there was a
There's
token
not a white guy
there.
on the panel. Sometimes there is. Sometimes
There
Ernie, that
was.
white guy's on there. No, there wasn't. There
Oh, I
was
thought the
no.
guy in the middle was.
Oh, you're right. Bruce Pearl was. I forgot about
Yeah.
Bruce. He's a Jew. If you consider Jews white.
I do. Oh my gosh.
You know that Jews by and large don't consider themselves white. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, okay. Is
They
it
don't. I'm not saying
yeah,
anything wrong. I don't care one way or the other. People look at me and don't
there's
think
a
I'm white, so I'm fine.
That's right. They think you're like
They ask
Middle
me what
Eastern or
nationality
something.
I am. Be like,
It's
what?
because you don't sunscreen.
I'm the token minority on Todd's World.
The first person of color on Todd's World.
But Bruce Pearl, I'm
the
Bruce Pearl
first
looks white to me,
woman,
but I
and
don't know if he
yeah,
considers himself white. But
he did. So, you know what I wish? I wish that Charles Barkley had, first of all, I don't know why he's talking about it on a March Madness panel on ESPN or wherever, but if he had
who
an
do you think
appropriate
he's
place.
talking about?
Oh, that's what I mean. I wish he had named some specific people, named a bunch of amazing immigrants who are part of this travesty he's describing, because I really don't think that's happening. And he's speaking in generalities, and he's all worked up about it and choosing his words so carefully. Yeah, choose them more carefully and give us some examples, Charles. And the other thing I want to bitch about
Choose my
is
words carefully.
what he said.
I don't
What he
believe you.
says, what he says at the very end just makes my blood boil. It makes my blood boil when he said that this country was built by immigrants
Mhm.
because yes, it was.
Think
But
so?
well, yeah. But the people who are here now, who are a problem, are here not to build us up and not to
I
improve
feel like
us.
America was mostly built by Americans.
I mean,
I mean, are you an immigrant? Is it built by immigrants if your family sailed over here 3 generations earlier on a boat and you're out west building America? Does that make you an immigrant?
clarify that question. What do you
Well,
mean?
my
I'm
point
thinking
is
of like
if
the founding fathers, like those people.
well, sure, they sailed over, right?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, even
Most
George Washington and Benjamin Franklin, I think they were born here, or at least they were here for a long time. But my point is, go into the 1800s, and you're talking about. I mean, I guess were they all immigrants? Well, maybe, but they've been here 100 years. When you know what I mean? I mean, he's right that Chinese immigrants built the railroads to some extent.
Well, and I was going to say, like during our Industrial Revolution, many of those
Mhm.
people were immigrants. When businesses were,
Italian immigrants came over,
yeah.
did amazing brickwork and tile work, and built these
Yep.
cathedrals in ways
My
I don't personally.
great grandpa did some of that, and he
Yeah.
also started a business. I assume that there were ones who came and started the business. So, did they help build America? Sure,
But not
but
illegal immigrants, I don't think.
well, no, it was legal at that time. I mean, they came here, they signed in.
Yeah.
They're they that's what. Yeah, it was legal. And I feel like that statement holds true in our history. It does not hold true today. And you cannot use that blanket sentiment to justify what's happening today. I think that's complete BS. Makes my
Well, that's
blood
what I
boil.
wonder. What's he so? What is he so upset that he's seeing happen to immigrants that they get Social Security and welfare for indefinitely? Like he doesn't
think
like them
that's
being treated that way? Is that
I
what
think that's a travesty.
I mean, what
I
is
think
he
the cell
talking about?
phones and the monthly allowances that are more than I make is a travesty.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that
And
travesty, Charles Barkley?
that's the thing. I don't know what he's.
How
He
much
just
his
goes
suit
on.
costs is probably a travesty.
He buys into the media BS. You know what I mean? And just kind of regurgitates it. That's what I feel like. That's all that was. All that was Barkley just regurgitating media BS. And the sad thing is he's one who often doesn't do that. And so to see
I
him
was
and
gonna
just be
say
like, it's kind of disappointing.
he's kind of like isn't he kind
Usually
of like
you're
an
better than that.
evangelist usually? Like usually he's kind of
I feel like that. That to me, I like Charles Barkley. I love him on the March Madness show. He's hilarious most of the time. And that just to me was just not anything resembling a good Charles Barkley take. Like he needs to
no.
stay off. And I'm not one who says everybody needs to stay off politics all the time, but there are people who do, and there are places where you need to, and that's one of them. You just sound like a moron, and you don't.
He does.
It's one thing if you're sounding like a moron and you're funny about basketball, like that's who you are. That's who you're playing on the show, and you're smart and you have all this great insight too. But to just regurgitate BS, I don't see what's gained. We've got entire network cable news channels dedicated to that kind of regurgitation. Why do we have to have them on CBS during March Madness?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. So I wanted to redeem Charles with something funny that I had. That was a clip from weeks ago, and I can't.
It's too late, Todd.
So
it's too late.
We can't redeem
He's on my
Charles,
list.
unfortunately.
He's on my list.
And he is so funny too. It's so sad to
Oh
me
wait,
because
you don't have it? You're not
no,
showing
I
it?
don't have it. I looked for
Oh.
it. I did. But it was from probably 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And we've just been busy. We've been flying through things.
What
That's
was
what
it
we're doing
about?
today. It was just funny. He was talking about how back when he played in the NBA, you had to shower in your uniform. It's the most ridiculous thing.
Really?
And Charles is going off on this ridiculous rant, and the entire panel is dying. Clark Kellogg is dying. Everybody's
That's
dying.
funny.
I know it was a great clip, and I can't find it. I apologize, guys. It was
I'm gonna search for it.
it got lost in the ether. You probably don't know who Douglas Murray is off the top of your
That
head.
doesn't sound familiar.
Douglas
Mm-mm.
Murray is a Brit. He's written a lot of written some best-selling books, and he would be anti-immigration in a lot of ways in Britain. And this is kind of a telling little exchange he has here with again, it's British. This is probably on the BBC. I think it is on the BBC.
Because of that threat of
But I want to hear, he talks about Islam, and we had a week or two ago we did quite a bit on Islam, where we talked about what are we going to do about this problem of Islam. Well, here he talks about it some, and I thought it was worth listening to. And he's got that fun Brit accent, which is always good.
And he's a news guy for BBC. Is that
He's
who he
more
is?
of an author. No, I would say he's an
got it.
author, and he's interviewed, and you know what I
okay.
mean.
Okay.
Goes on he's been on Joe Rogan and things like that.
Okay.
So you might recognize
But,
his
like,
voice when you hear
He's
it.
an author, but he does like political commentary.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
okay, got it. Thank you.
Islamic extremism, we should have less Islam in this country. Was that a wise phrase, talking about less Islam?
Well, I think it's perfectly wise phrase, perfectly open to misrepresentation. I think I said it at the encouragement of the BBC.
Well, I'm reading your article.
It was
you
on the
wrote in
BBC.
in
yes,
the Sun.
it was on the BBC. That's why.
I'm quoting what you said in the Sun. Less Islam. Surely, less Islam means less people of the Muslim faith. That means less Sajid Javids, less Sadiq Khans.
Well, that
it
depends.
means anyone who's a Muslim. That's what it means, isn't it? Isn't that
I
provocative?
mean, it would also mean less people like the Abaidi family, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I mean,
extremists.
yeah,
But
exactly.
the point is, you're talking about less Islam. That is
What I think he's referring to. So just to give people a little bit of, because this is British news, and Britain is far more overrun with Muslims than we are. When he just said the Beatty family, he's talking about a young girl who was killed by these Islamic rape gangs. And this happens, mind you, this happens all the time in England.
It's an Islamic girl was a victim.
No,
of...
it wasn't an Islamic girl. It was, he's saying if you had
British
less
girl.
Islam, less Islamic people, you would have less murders, less rapes, less rape gangs. You would have less victims. That's his whole point. I wanted to, because Americans don't pay any attention to British news by and large. So,
and the interviewer is unsettled by him saying this.
Yes,
that they should have less. He looks very bothered.
Muslim
people. No. Just bear with me, because I know better than you what I think. I
love that.
This country has had a wildly stupid and lax immigration policy for decades. And we allowed people like the Abaidi family, a family of jihadists who'd fallen out with Colonel Gaddafi.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong. I again, because I don't follow British news that well either, so I mix up the families. This was a terrorist family.
Terrorist family business.
Because they were from rival jihadist groups. When the Abaidi family fell out with Colonel Gaddafi, they came first to London and then to Manchester. And one of the sons they gave this country was Salman Abaidi, who at the age of 22 killed 22 young girls at the Manchester Arena in a suicide bomb. One, by the way, for every year of life this country gave him. His brothers just stabbed and thrown boiling oil at 3 prison wards. Let me bear with you. Why were the Abaidi family in the UK? Why is nobody interested in asking that? And I'll tell you what the problem here is. There are lots of types of extremism. You get far-right extremism, far-left extremism. When it comes to jihadist extremism, jihadism comes from Islam. Therefore, if it's 1%, 5%, 15% of people of the Muslim faith who follow that version of it, you've got a hell of a problem. And the more people, the larger, this is simple math, the larger the number of people who are followers of a faith that has not solved the extremism problem in its midst or drawn suitable lines, the more extremism you will have. You don't get that from the Catholic Church in 2023 or 4. You don't get it from the Methodists. You won't get it from the Quakers, and you won't get it from the Anglican Church.
Of course, there is a problem with fundamentalism and Islamic extremism.
And fundamentalist Islam comes from
Islam, you're saying less of everyone, which means less Sajid David,
No, it doesn't.
less Sadiq Khan.
No,
and you're stereotyping
no problem
everyone.
at all with Sajid. No, of course it's not stereotyping. I mean, this is a kind of dated conversation to my mind because this is all being addressed elsewhere as we speak. Nobody else is as incredibly slow in learning as the British media and political class when it comes to this problem. Why is it the case
the Americans,
that Saturday
maybe
after Saturday, we have thousands of people going through major British cities who support the death cults who would murder Jews and the rest of us next? That's a question you and I and Newsnight should answer.
Douglas Murray, thank
you. What do you think?
You cannot wait to get him off that stage.
I like Douglas Murray. He's pretty good. I don't agree with everything all the time, but he's pretty good.
Sure. Well, it sounds like he's
with everybody all the time about anything. Look at Kerry talking shit about MAGA last week.
Wasn't talking shit. Look at me turning on Charles Barkley. By the way, I sent you in X. I sent you the Charles Barkley thing.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay, I'll find it. I got it.
No, so that guy, he just sounds sensible. I mean, he's saying like it's basic math. I love people who talk that way because especially they're in a situation there where he's being interviewed by someone who doesn't even want to let him finish saying what he's saying because he knows that when he finishes that thought, it's going to go against the narrative that they're supposed to be spewing on the show. You could just tell.
Right.
He's trying to interrupt him, trying to stop him from completing his thought. He looked pretty. Douglas Murray, is that his name? What's his name?
Douglas Murray.
The name sounds familiar. He seems
he's pretty well known. I wish I could come up with some of his books because they've been bestsellers. He knows his stuff. He's not.
He seemed unflappable.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like he could continue to talk calmly, sensibly, make good points while someone was trying to cut him off and trying to derail him a little bit. Not aggressively, not very effectively, but still, he just looked really calm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Douglas.
I mean, you got to have less. If you want less, in the end, if you want less Islamic extremism, you have to have less Islam. I mean, that's pretty basic.
Yes.
I don't think that's.
I think so too.
It's not difficult to understand, right?
Right.
This is some good news, Carrie. I'm just bouncing everywhere today, guys. So you just got to
I love shows like this. I think it's fun.
We're just
Time goes
bouncing.
fast.
How about this is good news? Look at this. Net migration is plummeting in major U.S. cities.
Ooh.
El Paso is down 95% net immigration. Denver's down 72%. Los Angeles is down 67%. You notice that every one of these happens to be in big blue population centers in big blue states.
Right. Why is that? Is that because that's where the evil ICE agents are?
Yeah, let's listen to here. We'll make it full size. We'll listen to Tom Homan.
In Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Dallas, Washington, all down significant numbers in net migration. That obviously, Tom, has something to do with ICE. It has to do with self-deportation.
Tom Homan.
To what do we attribute these improvements?
President Trump and his vision when he came in. That first of all, he wanted to create the most secure border in history of the nation, and we've done that. We beat Trump 45. I mean, Trump 45 was incredible, most secure border then, but we beat that tenfold on the Trump 47. And we got to give a lot of credit, Will, to the secure border, the men and women of the Border Patrol, men and women wearing that uniform. I wore that uniform. I'm proud of each and every one of them for standing up and enforcing law, securing the border. But you got to give credit to ICE too, because the whole world is seeing ICE out there operating. Enforcing immigration.
Look at that graph.
The last 4 years on the Biden administration, they know
net immigration slows, guys. It gives it from 20 all the way through 24 to 26. At 24, it peaked at 27 million or 2.7 million.
Mm-hmm.
These are official numbers. They're probably wildly underestimated. And then it drops in 25 to 1.3 million, and they're predicting it to drop to almost zero in 2026. So that's got to make you happy, right?
It's beautiful.
That's a good sign. I really believe, as much as I said, listen, I could hear some of 2 weeks to flatten the curve in Trump. I don't think I'll ever hear a government official say 2 weeks and not think of COVID. I'm just telling you, like my whole life, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be 150 years old,
Yep.
and the podcast will have reached by that time the entire globe, and I'll still be like, I don't know, it reminded me of COVID a little bit.
Yep. And your great grandkids will be like,
What's COVID?
Papa, what's COVID?
I hope they think that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, this is I've got some of the most disturbing stuff on here. I don't even know where to go. It's just it's
Did you
this
get
guy.
the okay.
I couldn't get it through my
Oh,
and there's
okay.
no reason why, but both on my phone and on X, the chat's not working.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. That's fine.
The world wants us to leave Charles Barkley right where he was on immigration, I think
Yep.
is what it
There you
came
go.
down to. Even
That's
though I was
fine.
trying to let him off the hook.
You were trying to you were trying to give him some kind of positive
I was trying to
close
let him
on
off
that.
the hook just a little bit.
Too bad.
So anyway, that's
Okay.
where he's at. What else do we got? Did you hear about? Oh, I know. I got this one we got to talk about. We got to talk about Kirsty Noem's husband. You heard about that?
Mm-mm.
You did what?
Were
You
you
didn't hear
talking about it?
Kirsty
Christy Noem's
Noem's?
husband? I
Yeah,
feel like you were texting me about it.
So you heard
But
that
I was
Kirsty Noem.
working. You were goofing off, and I was actually working a job.
You've heard that Kirsty Noem. I got to find that now.
Okay.
Because there's a picture on there that will tell more than 1,000 words. But I'm wondering if it's sorry, I'm looking for something.
It's okay.
For the picture of Kirsty
What's the
Noem's
deal?
husband.
Okay.
She was let go from there it is, Kirsty Noem husband. She was let go from Department of Homeland Security.
Okay.
And
Do we know why?
yeah, here you go. I gotta find something. Okay. Here we go.
She's
This'll work.
developing a makeup line, cosmetics line.
And then it came out last week that Kirsty Noem's husband is here he is in all his glory.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
He's a cross-dresser.
Oh Lord. Are you
look
serious?
at the rack on that guy. The balloon.
That is her husband?
That's
Is
her
this
husband.
for real?
He paid a model $25 a minute for dirty talk as he reveals his unusual kink, which is being cross-dresser and gay. Now it's been an open secret in Washington that Kirsty Noem has had a long-standing affair with Corey Lewandowski. Remember Corey Lewandowski, who was one of Trump's campaign advisors, and then he was part of the team in the first term. And this has been years long. People have been talking about Corey and Kirsty, and now it comes out that I think that it was also an open secret. Everybody in the administration knew about Kirsty Noem's husband. Like,
okay,
you don't go through these FBI checks and people not know this. And for whatever reason, it was just not considered a big enough deal to Trump to not have Kirsty Noem. But she has asked for privacy for their family for what they're going through, even though what are the chances she didn't? What are the chances she did? She's acting like she didn't know. This is crazy talk.
She's acting like she didn't know?
Yeah, like this was blindsided our family.
I mean, she might not have known the full extent, but I'm sure she had an inkling.
Well, clearly.
Wow.
Now, what Matt Walsh had said was he was shocked to find out that it was okay to make fun of people cross-dressing again, because we had a cross-dresser running the HHS for the entire term of Biden. Remember Rachel, what was her name? But it was supposed to be Richard. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like the graying
cross-dresser
blonde
guy. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was Rachel Devine or something. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
So we had to talk about that. And then this is crazy. You must have heard about this, because when I first saw this, it was a couple weeks ago, and I was so excited about it. And then we were busy last week. We only had an hour. And I was dying at the kitchen table with Allie when I read her.
Oh no.
the following story, but I gotta find it. It
Did
was
Allie
about a
see
corn.
Byron Gnome with the inflatable
I don't know.
breastises?
You know,
Okay.
that's so not even hardly news anymore that I'm like, eh. But the corn. Did you hear anything about a professional cornhole player at all in the last 2 weeks? No.
No.
Okay, I'm telling you. You missed this story. See, this is why I had to bring this up. I was afraid. I was like, oh my God, everybody's going to know this story. I've lost it because I lost track of it.
Oh
Hold
my
on. I'm
gosh.
finding it, guys.
A professional cornhole player.
It was
Cool.
Yes. And I'm going to read
Was
you
there a
the
tournament?
line that
Was there a tournament at Disney World? Is that why Lindsey Graham is there?
I'm going to read you the line. You're going to die when I read this. Okay, this is how the post started. And this is what I read to Allie. And I said, you may not again in your life hear a sentence quite like this at the beginning of a news story.
Okay.
Quadruple amputee professional cornhole player accused of murdering someone before driving off in his Tesla. You gotta see this. And I was you don't understand. I was dying. I was dying at the kitchen table.
Can you read it again? Because there's a lot to unpack there. Read that again.
Okay, here we are, guys. Quadruple amputee professional cornhole player accused of murdering someone before driving off in his Tesla. Police say Weber was in his Tesla SUV when he shot Wells in the passenger seat.
What?
It's completely unclear how Weber was able to fire a weapon considering he doesn't have fingers. Okay, you ready? You want to see him? This is a professional cornhole player who's a quadruple amputee.
Whoa! I'm Dayton Weber, and I'm a professional cornhole player. I had gotten a bacterial infection when I was just 10 months old. The infection that got into my arms and legs was called Streptococcus pneumonia.
It's real
They had
sad.
actually given me
Like
a
strep.
3% chance of living. And the only way that they were able to save me was by getting the
Look at him with his
infections out of my
corn.
system.
Oh
They had
my
to amputate
gosh.
my arms and legs to keep me alive. I'm thankful for the Lord and giving those surgeons the power that he did that day to be able to make such a miracle happen.
Here he goes.
Inspiration to me is a daily driver. I believe that God put me on this planet
Look at that.
for one reason.
You don't even need arms and legs to play
Wait,
cornhole.
I want to see him throw it.
Didn't you just watch? Wait a second, though. You got to
It
watch this.
glitched. I didn't get to see him throw it. I want to
Okay,
see
I'll
him
let
throw
you
it.
see him. Hold on, Carrie. I'll
You gotta
re-enlarge
back
it just
up.
for Carrie so she can
Thank
watch
you.
the professional
you gotta-
quadruple amputee throw the
There you go.
cornhole bag. Here he goes.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Inspiration
This
to
is
me
like
is a
that's
daily
amazing.
Here he goes. Let's see where he goes.
I believe that God
Ah.
put me on this planet.
Oh, that was off the
for
board.
one
That
reason.
wasn't a good one.
Everybody's got
Oh,
their
okay.
reasons for being
They
here.
didn't.
But my reason, I feel like, is to
That is
inspire other
wild.
people just by me doing my daily task.
Okay.
Wow.
But there's another video of
Okay.
Dayton Weber. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, I got to go back here.
Okay.
Here it is.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's loading his own weapon. No
Okay.
arms, no legs, no hands. And shooting. How impressive
Wow.
is this guy?
It's really impressive. Unfortunately, he shot someone. What the heck?
He's in the Tesla. He gets it
Is it
out
like a
with his elbows and he
self-driving-
goes to work.
Is it a self-driving Tesla? Like,
I don't know. He can do everything.
and so
Dayton
did
Weber's
he-
like a
he
low-level
shot someone?
superhero. Yeah, he shot
Wow.
someone. He
That's
shot
awful.
his I think it was his girlfriend? Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Weber's accused of shooting and killing 27-year-old Bradrick Michael Wells in Maryland before driving off with his body in the car. So it's an active
Wow.
investigation.
My gosh, that's awful.
How impressive is that? I just
That's
can't
really
get over Dayton
impressive.
Weber. I told you, yeah, I somehow, and then I started seeing it everywhere. I thought nobody's going to hear about this, and then I thought, oh, everybody's heard.
I had
Todd's
not
World
heard.
lost out.
Because we didn't get to it last week.
I was going to ask you to
that's
film a video of you just doing cornhole with your elbows.
you know what? I honestly, it'd be fun to do. Like it seriously, like just to get a perspective. But I feel like it would come across as mocking him, and I wouldn't want to do that.
No, you wouldn't.
That's
wanna do
amazing.
that. So anyway, that's kind of fun, right?
That's incredible. I hope. I mean, it sounds pretty bad. Like he killed
Sounds
this guy.
pretty bleak for Dayton.
It does, and that's
How
too
can
bad.
it sound bleak? You already don't have any arms and legs.
No, I'm sorry.
What do they call
what
you?
he had? That was strep. He had strep and pneumonia.
Did you
Streptococcus.
did you ever have those old jokes? What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs in the ocean? Bob.
Yep. What do you call?
Lord.
What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs on your porch?
Rug? No. What is
Matt.
it? Matt. That's what it is. I screwed it up. I knew as soon as I said that, I screwed it up.
Those are funny.
So that's what's
Wow.
happening, Carrie. What do you think?
I think
mean,
that
there's a lot
it's a
going on in the world. And the
it's a
Iran
wild
war.
time.
What else are we?
And the
But I mean,
Iran
that
war.
is what it is. You know,
Right.
if Trump gets
I
out of there
mean,
in 2 or 3 weeks and
couple
oil
weeks.
goes down, everybody's good.
How are
So
your gas prices?
they've actually come. You know, I got gas yesterday for $3.80 something, and I saw it for $3.69 somewhere, which that to me was coming down. So we're not over
Okay.
4; it's coming down.
We
So
jumped up to $4.29, and I saw $4.19 yesterday.
I think it's
$4.17 at
coming
one
back
place.
down.
I need gas soon, and I really don't want to pay
Waiting.
over
You're like, I
$4
can't wait
a
2 or 3
gallon.
weeks, Trump.
I couldn't wait last time. It was $3.99, and I was really pissed, but
I've got to fill up.
I had
So
to. It was bad.
yeah. Well, I
Anyway,
think if we can get gas
couple
down,
weeks.
and if the economy takes off, which it seems like it's primed to do,
Okay.
in spite of all the people that are fighting Trump on it, there's
Right.
a group of 75 right now trying to take down Donald Trump. I got
Yeah,
a feeling
just
it's
at
a lot bigger
ABC.
group than that.
That's so
But
wild to me. Wild to me that
yeah,
they would have an actual department, a division, he called it, devoted to that. Can you imagine just how negative and awful and just how ugly their minds must have been working
I
that job?
can't. I mean, I can imagine because there's a lot of them. That seems to
Yeah.
be the media's whole goal.
Yeah.
Let's
We're-
end on something inspiring. What do you think? More
Okay.
inspiring than the quadruple amputee
Okay.
cornhole
Since
player.
if he hadn't been accused of murder, under
Would have
investigation,
been such a
it
great
would have been an
story.
inspiring story.
And then
That's
he's
incredible that he
loading
can
his own.
shoot, can load a weapon.
Yeah,
I need to
that's
get off my
what
ass and
Brent
learn how to
thought in
do
the
that.
passenger seat. He thought that's incredible. Bam! Was the last thought to go through his mind.
Wait, he
Wow.
can't shoot that thing. Can he really shoot that thing? So his last
This
thought.
is Rush Limbaugh, and he's just
Okay.
inspiring. You know, Rush has been gone for 5 years now,
Is it
but here he is
5?
talking about Trump. This is just a short little clip, but it gives us just a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of positivity going into
Okay.
next week, going into the Easter
Okay.
holiday, going into the longest liturgical mass that I could ever imagine during the Michigan-Arizona game.
You
the
can
hell?
do this, Todd. You can do
Man,
it.
if I didn't hate Catholics before, I just
Oh, I know this is not going to you know what? I hope it's great content and
it'll be
very
good.
beautiful. I hope that it's enjoyable.
I'm sure
for
it'll
you.
be beautiful.
And
I
congratulations to
wonder
your
if
daughter.
your mom's going. I wonder if Aunt Nancy's going. Or if
She's going.
Is she tonight?
Yeah.
She'll probably be watching the game on my phone with me. I could give her my other
I mean,
earbud.
you can't be watching. You could be listening. I think that's
I'm
as
gonna
far
have
as
it
you
up
can go.
here so everybody behind me can see.
You'll have to
Okay,
update her every now and then. Ask her if she
here's
wants some
Rush.
Michigan updates. Okay.
Trump believes America is good. You believe America is good. I believe America is good. We all believe America is good. And I don't mean good, great. I'm good in the sense America is a decent place. America is a great place for decent people. It is the home for decent, hard-working, self-reliant people who love family, who love God, who love their country, who revere the Constitution, and above all, who revere the importance of freedom and liberty.
Love Rush. How great is this? True.
I love
Trump
that.
loves America too. And that does encourage me, because I do think he's always looking for the best for America. Now, whether or not I always agree with, there's a lot on his plate, but
Right. We should have had the Battle Hymn of the Republic rising and playing behind that.
then YouTube would knock us down. They wouldn't let me. I'd have to get it out of there because of copyright issues.
I don't know. I feel like that's an old enough song you're allowed to use it, right?
It could be. That was from like the Civil War. That was a hymn from Civil War era. Battle Hymn. I like that Battle Hymn of the Republic.
I do too.
Of course, I like insurrections. I'm a big fan. See, guys, insurrection. Go to toddsworld.net and
Go
I'm
check
telling
it
you,
out.
get an audiobook. Just get the first audiobook, Insurrection Book 1, Operation Last Stand. You'll be hooked. And you'll go to
And I think Insurrection was kind of written to be like audio, kind of written with audio in mind, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, and it plays real well.
It does.
Hey, it's a great read too. And if you like reading, read it. Get the paperback, get the ebook, do whatever you want. But the audiobook's good. And it's about a 5 or 6 hour listen. You'll buzz right through it. And it's and then you can get Insurrection Book 2, which is Circle of Wolves, which is fabulous. And then you can go to Witness. And by the time you do that, maybe I'll have written you Witness too.
Yes.
So get to work, guys. Go to toddsworld.net. Get some stories because they're fabulous. The links to the podcast are there, but you're listening to the podcast. So subscribe to the one you're listening to right now. If you like whatever you're listening to it on, Spotify, Apple, X. We got a lot of people listening on X. We got a lot of people listening on YouTube. Whatever you like, subscribe to it so you don't miss a show, because Carrie has so much to offer.
So does Ted. What's happening out there? Also, don't forget to answer the poll about...
Oh, yeah, the poll. What is the poll about again? Are we going to the moon or is Bigfoot? Is that what it is?
Yeah, which do you think is more likely? That we have been to the moon, or that Sasquatch is real and walking around the wilderness in Michigan or elsewhere?
Maybe we found Bigfoot on the moon and brought him back. Oh.
Option 3.
Wait a minute, I'm getting a phone call. Holy shit, it's President Nixon. He's on the moon. That's where he flew off to in that helicopter so many years ago.
That's where he is. Is that where Epstein is? Maybe Epstein's on the moon.
Epstein's up there.
Charlie Kirk.
Oh, Charlie Kirk even.
He might be on the moon. Hey, I think also we have to remind everyone, Happy Easter. Hope you had a happy Easter. And go blue.
Go blue.
Michigan ends up.
We're going to see if they win, but you guys will know by the time
victors.
this airs, you're going to know whether the Michigan Wolverines have won another national championship.
Hopefully we'll all be singing Hail
to the
Victors.
Victors.
Woo!
All right, guys. Carrie, thanks for joining me today. Guys, thank you for joining us. Subscribe. Join us next week. Every week, Tuesday mornings, Wildly Opinionated News Hour, and Wednesday mornings, Beers with Jesus. Beers with Jesus is great. It's a little different, but it's fun. So
It's different.
check it out. Give it a shot.
Share with a friend.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Hope everyone had a wonderful Easter and enjoyed watching Michigan win the basketball game. Oh, hopefully. All right, guys. See ya.